Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com. And for everyone watching right now, if you could share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with Magnus Rosén. How you doing today?
Fine. How are you?
Good, good. It's good to have you. Now, you've been in so many different projects over the years, and I was wondering if you could start off by telling us some of the different bands you've been involved with.
Yes, I played with quite many bands, actually. The first band I record with, its name on that band was Shame. And I think it was 1998 or... No, 78 or 79. So it was more than 40 years ago.
Wow.
And when I was 17 years old, like 1 year after, I did my first professional music jobs. And I was only 17 years old, and I toured around Sweden, and we had... following like 1,000 to 3,000 people every show. So I think I got luck in the beginning of my career. And this time I felt so happy with the rock and roll, so I decided to put my life into the rock music. And so there I've been for now 43 years. So it's a long time. I played, of course, with many bands, and I record many albums, but the most famous band is HammerFall, and we had some gold discs and tour around the world. I still play with a really nice singer that played 10 years with Black Sabbath. His name is Tony Martin, and he will release his new album 2021, and I am in his band, so I still rocking, even if I do many other music styles. So
and you do solo work too, right?
Yes, and you know, long time ago, I felt so interest in the bass playing, and I am self-touched, and I learn myself. So I figure out so many ways to play. So I decide to start to make my own bass music. It's like philosophy on bass, and I got quite luck with that. I did 9 solo albums. Now I do my solo album number 10 with the name The World and Times. And maybe I can tell you more about that later. But and then I did its bass concerts, and I did that around the world. And a few of these concerts was really interesting. I went to South America, and I told the promoter that entry should be 2 kilos of food, and so the public didn't come with the money, they come with the food, and they bring 2 kilos of food from each person, and then I contact helper organizations. So we went out to the favelas, to the ghettos, to all the poor people, and give all the food to them. And it was very interesting. And I must say, when I stayed there in the middle of the ghettos or favelas, and I saw these people, saw them in the eye, and I understand it could be me who had bad luck to be born in a place that have no money. So it felt very nice to do this kind of things, and I pay for my flight tickets and hotels and everything, and then I went around South America. I did that a couple of times, these charity concerts, and it gave me a deeper view of life, and I understand we who are born in West, we are also lucky to have quite okay standard, but the most people in the world have very low standard. So it's good to share your interest like music also to these people who needs us.
Yeah, you've experienced over the years. I was gonna say you've toured the world and everything. What's some of your favorite places in the world to tour, to play?
Yes, I had that question many times. It's really hard to say because it's so many nice places, but I can tell you some different places. I played on an island called Svalbard, and Svalbard is almost in the North Pole, and it's more ice bears than humans there. And it's glaciers, ice from thousands of years back in time. That was a very, very special place. I went to Nepal and played on a blues festival. And who could figure out they had blues festival in Nepal? I didn't. So I've heard about this festival and I contacted them, and I took my bass, made a solo bass blues concert, and it was fantastic. Of course, I went to Japan and China and many places to play the music, and many nice places also in the United States. I played there quite a lot, and United States is nice because it's so different. If you play in the southeast, it looks like one thing. If you play in the southwest, it's another thing. Northwest or northeast. So it's a beautiful place, United States. So it's many nice places out there, I must say.
Yeah. Now, is there anywhere you haven't played yet that you'd like to play?
Yes, of course it is. I have a weird idea to play in Egypt outside the pyramids. It could be super cool to make a bass concert with beautiful lights on the pyramid and some soft meditation playing with a bass. So that could be a dream.
That'd be awesome. Now, I know right now that you can't tour and stuff, so I was wondering, how have you been handling the quarantine and lockdown in Sweden as well?
Yes, Sweden handled the situation a little bit different from other countries. I don't say it's right or wrong. Let's see what happens in the future. But so far, we can move around a little in Sweden. We can't make concerts for more than 50 people. So it's only small concerts we can do, and I do that. So I play in churches with a fantastic piano player called Jiggy Jag, and he is like a classical school piano player, and we play classical music, some art music and folk music, and that is. Then I play in smaller place right now, like small pubs and restaurants with different bands, and that is my way also to support the culture, because I think culture, it's so important, especially in dark times. We need culture. So I do quite a lot, but small things.
That's good to hear that you're still very active in these rough times, so that's good.
Yeah.
Now, if people want to look you up, find your music, find you on social media, how do they do that?
Yeah, they can check me up on Facebook, Instagram, of course. My website is magnusrosen.com. magnusrosen.com. I don't know if my English is not the best, so I hope you can understand what I'm saying. So
yeah, your English sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I was going to say, wondering what you have coming up in the future.
Yes. So I have some very interesting projects going on. I have an open mind, and that means a lot of interesting things. So right now I'm working on a castle tour. So a tour that only will go to castles, and it will be metal musicians like me playing classical music. And I will do it with a fantastic singer from Sri Lanka called Chitral Somapala, and a great pianist, like I told you before, Georg. So we will do with suits, nice clothes, classical music with a heavy metal background. So that is quite cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. And our first gig will be November 26 outside Stockholm.
Wow. That sounds like an amazing tour.
Yeah, that is really interesting. And you visit these historic places. And I mean, in some castle, they say it's ghost there, and a king have lives there. So it's really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
That is one thing. I have a few other things too. One is for the next summer, I will try to rent a quite big boat and have very nice musicians on the boat and go to different harbors around Sweden and play music. So I'm working on that too. What I'm doing right now, it's my new solo album, The World and Times, and it's really wide music. It's like crazy wide, and it's from polka and folk music to the 60s, some good cover tunes, to funk, modern funk music from 2020. So it will be something else, and great musicians.
Yeah, sounds like you have a lot coming up, which I look forward to.
Yeah, that's super cool. On this album, I will have people who played with ABBA, people who played with Black Sabbath, people who played with Bob Marley, and many other nice musicians. Musicians that people never thought should play together. So that makes it very interesting, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it was good talking with you and having you, and everyone look him up.
Oh, thank you.